Well, welcome back to Central Valley today. Are you wanting to eat healthier in the new year? I'm trying, but it's really hard. Maybe you'll find yourself trying to eat more vegetables or salads, but you find that it's not really that delicious, flavorful, or satisfying. You're not alone. I'm right there. So this is why people give up on eating healthy. Thankfully, there are some simple solutions to making your vegetables delicious and even craveable. So we have registered dietitian Ashley Larsen with us again to show us some simple and effective ways to get the best flavor from your veggies. Okay, so this is my problem. I really like to do one sheet dinners where you put it in the oven and then that's it. But I feel like sometimes they get really soggy.
Okay.
And then I'm like, okay, now I don't want to eat this anymore.
Yeah.
So how do we perfectly roast the vegetables?
Yes, there is a right and a wrong way to roast vegetables.
Okay.
So we'll start, I'll kind of show you the wrong way first. So first we don't want to use a glass pan because this is your glass pan here.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people have these, right? But they just don't conduct heat that well, so you're not going to get that brown, crispy texture.
Right.
And another thing is you can see in this example, they're all different sizes. So we got little pieces and big pieces. You want them to be all about the same size.
Right.
So they cook evenly and bite-sized pieces. So that way you get little crispy, yummy.
You want surface area.
Yeah, in each bite, right? Okay. And then another thing, you don't want to overcrowd the pan. Because that's what causes the vegetables to actually steam and not roast. Yes. So now I'm going to show you kind of the right way to do it. So we'll put the smaller pieces on the pan here. So you want to use a metal pan. Okay. So you get a baking sheet
Standard baking sheet.
Yep. And then you can just kind of either tear your pieces apart like that, slice them into smaller bite-sized pieces. Okay. And then once you kind of have them on the pan, you want to make sure that there's room for them to roast evenly, not overly crowded. So once you got them on there, then you'll add your olive oil. Okay. So just about a tablespoon.
How about other fats? Could we use like avocado oil?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, avocado oil.
Or coconut oil or something.
Yeah, coconut oils might be a little bit hard to coat unless you heat it up because it's solid. But you can also use like an almond oil, avocado oil. Yeah. Okay, so then we have them nice and coated with our olive oil. Okay. So we're going to do a garlic parmesan roasted vegetables. So you're going to just season with a little bit of salt, right? You got to have a little salt. Salt goes a long way with your veggies.
And it makes things taste more like themselves.
It does. It brings that flavor out. And then we have just plain garlic powder.
Ooh.
That you add for some extra flavor there.
Oh, that was kind of a lot.
Yeah, about half a tablespoon. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, go crazy with your spices. Yeah. You know, because salt, you don't want to go crazy with the salt.
Cauliflower doesn't really taste like anything.
Right, it absorbs all of the flavor. Okay. And then we'll just do a little fresh ground pepper. And then the other key to roasting your vegetables is that you want to do it at a high heat. Oh, so, roasting really starts at about 425. Oh, wow. So you don't want to do it lower than that. That's more like baking, steaming. So 425 to 500. So for this recipe, I did it at 450 for about 15 minutes.
Oh, that's super fast.
Yeah. And so they'll get nice and crispy. Here's the done version for you.
Oh, this is the done version.
TV magic. And so you see how they're nice and browned and crispy. Oh, yeah. And then you'll add the Parmesan.
Oh, the cauliflower is so garlicky.
So good.
That's good.
Lots of flavor, lots of flavor. And then you'll add that fresh Parmesan at the end.
Beautiful. I love that. And I love how the broccoli has the little brown bits. Yes. I love that.
I could eat a whole pan of those crispy
That's really good.
broccolis.
And it's like, it almost satisfies that chip craving that I have because it's so garlicky.
Yes, and it's crispy and so delicious. Yeah.
Okay, the next one you have for us is sauteing vegetables.
Sauteed, yes, because sometimes the steamed vegetables can be a little bland and mushy, right? So sauteing is super easy, but it's a really great way to add lots of flavor. Okay. So you want to start with a hot pan, which we've been heating this pan up, and then you want to add just about a tablespoon of olive oil for a pound of veggies. Okay, that's kind of your ratio there.
A tablespoon for a pound?
Yes. Okay. So that's just enough where it's not going to be too oily. Okay. So you have a nice hot oil there. Then we start with our fresh garlic, some more garlic. So we have fresh, about 3 cloves of chopped garlic. And you just let that get nice and flavorful for about a minute. Okay. And you smell it already. Oh, yeah. Smells so good. And then it's when you'll add your vegetables. So you want to we have green beans. We're going to do like a savory skillet green beans. So you'll want to trim and wash your green beans. And then we have about half a cup of just diced canned tomatoes. Okay. So again, just some extra flavor.
love that sound. Now we're cooking.
And this will just cook for about 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
And the green beans will be nice and tender.
Yeah.
And so flavorful. And again, you just want to add a little salt. Add a little pepper. And yes, I mean, these
That's super easy. Okay, so
delicious.
these are our green beans. I have done green beans like that before, but I like the little soy sauce.
Oh yeah, it's the salt.
Yeah,
delicious.
Oh yeah, those are good. I like the canned tomatoes because sometimes I buy too many canned tomatoes for a recipe, and then I've got the one can. What am I going to do with it?
You have leftover, right?
Yeah, those are really good. I like that. And I like how, you're right, they're not soggy. And this way you can kind of keep a better eye on them and take them out when they're how you want them.
Yes, exactly.
If you want them a little more
If you want them a little softer, you can put the lid on and it'll steam a little bit. If you want them more crunchy, that 5 to 7 minutes just open is perfect.
These are delicious. Okay, last one.
All right. So this is our kale salad recipe.
Okay.
So this is going to really help you eat more dark leafy greens. So if you've tried it before and you've been turned off by like that rough texture or
and
bitter
kale's very rough.
taste. Yes, so there's a trick that you have to use to make it really delicious. So it's called, we're going to massage our kale.
Oh, yes, I have heard this.
So you start with your fresh kale, chop it up into really fine pieces here, and then we're going to add about a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil to the chopped kale.
There is a difference between olive oil and extra virgin olive oil. Do you recommend using one over the other?
Yeah, extra virgin is going to have a little bit of a better taste.
Oh, okay.
So when you're using it on salads and things like that, extra virgin is going to be your go-to.
Tastier.
Yes. So then you just get in there with your hand. You just get in there. Yep, and you just squeeze it. I massage it for about 2 minutes. You can set a little timer, and it's going to be so nice and light.
It's such a funny concept, but I can see the kale sort of breaking down a little bit, and it just looks softer.
Yes, it does. It breaks down the fibers, and it makes it a lot easier to chew and digest, and it just is tastier.
Yeah.
It breaks down the flavors a little bit. And so then we already have our olive oil. Nice. Yeah.
I could do the lemon if you want me to do the lemon.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to hit it with some fresh lemon juice. Beautiful. Oh, this is so simple.
Yeah, and it's so flavorful.
And then what do you recommend that we
a little salt
put on top of it? Or do you just want to
You can do it just like this. I added some Parmesan cheese just to give it another little salty kick there. If you do not do dairy, you can add something called nutritional yeast. And that is super flavorful.
It's almost like cheese, right?
It does. It tastes like, it has a Parmesan type of flavor, nutty flavor, and it's packed with B vitamins. It's super healthy for you. It's great on kale, either raw or roasted.
This is so good. And I know I had mentioned, like, well, what are we going to put on top of it? You could eat that by itself.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's like a side dish that did not require any cooking at all.
Perfect side dish. You can add protein to it to make it a full meal. And it's something you can prep ahead because kale is so hardy that you can leave it in your refrigerator. It's not going to wilt. It's not going to get gross like a lot of the other lettuces with the dressing on it.
Sort of like cabbage. It's hardy, so it'll stand up to a dressing for a little while.
Yeah.
Well, these are all great. I know that on your website, you've got tons of recipes.
Yes.
And that's how people can get into contact with you if they want a coaching session. How can they find you?
Yes, so visit me at Ashley Larsen Nutrition. All these recipes are on there, plus lots more. Also, my Instagram, Ashley Larsen Nutrition. I'll be sharing all of that over there too.
Perfect. I love these veggies to get us into a healthy year. Well, thank you so much for being here and showing us how to properly cook our vegetables so we can have a healthy year. Everybody else, stay right there. We'll be right back.